Hello Virgo, how you doing? I'm here with your April 2021 Oracle and Astrology message. I want to say your cards is very interesting. I guess it got me very anxious to see how these messages is going to unfold, but we gotta talk about them. So without any more ado, chit chat, let's go ahead. So Virgo, the astrology point that came up for you was Venus love. I don't know if it was quick instincts or was it a thought and, trying to avoid everything. But I was like, wow, Virgo in love. So this is an opportunity to think. But what do you think it means? Is it saying that you never thought before? Then you feel like it's all offensive because I said it's a time to think? Or somebody else would say it? Is it a particular person who can't say those words towards you? What is your definition of love? Or if it's not so much a definition, when you think about it, is it an application? And how is those applications, if it's more than one or one, how is that application there actually transcribed? Do it include what the definition in, as bringing out examples, co-relationships? I mean, do you have a psychological profile that goes with this application process that maybe only you know about it? Or maybe you get a person that heads up and be like, yo, it's an application process. But who is that person? And do any other persons, if it's more than, one, is it a thing of common sense? And is that part of your application of the common sense? Is it the relativity that actually counts a little bit more? What is those factors? So like I said, is it one application or is it many? Is it a definition? What is it per se for you? Especially with it missing with Virgo. So you gotta think, it's two elements that's assigned to this planet. And depending on how you are with astrology, right? Your quick glance when it comes to it could have been Libra or Taurus. So being that you already an earth sign, are you visiting Taurus and the Libra is keeping y'all balance out because maybe you might not get along with Tauruses. So the scale is needed to be there. But because Taurus share a house, do you know how good Taurus get along with the Libra? Is a Libra independent? Or, say if y'all, was cowboys and Indians, right? And coming for a treaty. So, I'm just saying those are the factors that came up, right? Now, more and more from quick glance to translation. So your oracle card, though, is a moment of regret. Nostalgia, analyzing the past and fearing you made a mistake. I thought that was very interesting. Why do I think it's very interesting? Because analyzing the past is very common and more people think. It's more people that sit here and say forget about the past, but then that the second time around, you got to think even, it's a foundation. It's a whole economical development about generation curses and twins and soulmates that deals with the past. So analyzing the past, what does that mean? How far do it go? This is Alice in Wonderland, so that is a very unique statement up inside of there when you're talking about you sharing Venus energy right now. So, you know, the elemental factors really count here, right? Now, nostalgia is very important. And I say that because you got cups that's on this. And that could be the mode for the cups. But at the same time, nostalgia and analyzing the past has a co-relationship. They both have a relations to a common concept. They have an attachment. It is codependent. You know, it could be something independent once you walk out. You know, it's like going into Walmart. Everything in Walmart is codependent, but when you walk out after you done purchase your stuff, that's all an independent asset, right? And that's kind of how the nostalgia and the analyzing the past is. Now, fearing you made a mistake, I feel like that one part was a warning. I don't know for sure. But we'll see how good everything get. So, you know, I did pull out 5 tarot cards to help with this energetic message, right? The first one to begin with was the 9 of Swords, and the interesting card that followed it was the 5 of Cups. Like, oh my God. Is that something depressing? I don't really think it's depressing. What I feel like, that's that warning, right? For you made a mistake is also a warning, but it's kind of like the nostalgia, that analyzing the past and fearing the mistake. Is that a moment's regret, meaning discernment is very important within this energy. What is your process or who you do it with is your choice. And that's where the 2 of Cups come in at. Okay? It's your choice. Then it has the King of Pentacles that supports it. You is a pentacle. It's your choice. Right? This is only a guidance message. Whatever way it resonates with you or doesn't resonate with you, come to resonate later on after the situation had happened, whatever it is, because then if it resonates after the situation happened, tell me whether it was a moment of regret, or are you stuck in analyzing the past, which the recording already happened. Or did it trigger something nostalgia? I don't know. And the reason why I say that, because you capsized off with the moon, right? I think that moon card is very important, meaning that this transitional month, this month of April, gonna have some sticky moments for the future. How you look at it when you come to those sticky moments could be through the past. But this month is bringing some sticky moments. Is it they going to be controllable for you? They're going to be choiceable. So under the ability to choose your own decision and direction to go in, that is definitely your control. I mean, you're working with the elements, so everybody manipulating everything. It's just you have to figure out who role is manipulating between the unknown and yours and the known. And that's where that 2 of Cups once again come back in. But it's a sticky month. It don't mean that it's going to be a hectic month, because your month can go very smooth. But within this month, something going to stick, fall into the ground, and it's going to get nurtured over time. So, what I'm about to do is shuffle this deck, just to give you a heads up. I'm going to chit-chat a little bit. I don't know if you want to pay it any attention because I'm shuffling. I don't even know how loud the shuffling sound is for real, but, you know, if it's something that bothers you, I'm giving you a heads up, right? So I'm shuffling this deck, because I'm going to take two cards, one from the top and one from the bottom. The top is going to be the inner energy that you should be at least conscious about, or other people definitely going to be conscious about when it comes to this energy here, right? The one from the bottom is going to be this shadow card or warning card, something you might not need to know about and you got to be careful with, you know. Which way you're going to lean, hopefully we'll see when it gets to that point. Alright? I have my window open, so I don't know if y'all gonna hear these units cutting on, whether the person got AC or heat, I don't know. I hear any kids outside playing. Beautiful breeze. So I'm shuffling these cards to get clarification. Can I have one card clarified for the strength card, please? One card clarified for the strength card. Can I have one card clarified for the Nine of Pentacles, please? For the Nine of Pentacles. So, interesting cards. So, what came out, right? It's the Strength card with the Justice card. Okay? You got two major arcanas. And, you know, the interesting part of it is is the competitive, how can I say it? Are you very strong and very certain on how you have things balanced out? Do you got a strong persona of I'm an equality person? You got a strong persona of I'm fair practice. Then you got a strong persona that you got a category. You got from a top to bottom that determines your input and your output of your energy in each one of those situations. For example, you know, if you're a family person, right? So maybe if you have no kids, maybe your parents come in a protective stance compared to maybe your sister or your brother, or aunt, or a great aunt, or, you know, distant family members or cousins, or if you're in a relationship but you haven't got married, your family still, and even if you're in one, maybe your family still comes before that significant other to a certain degree. But yeah, in your eyes, it's fair and equality, right? I'm saying, to me, what this is saying is you need to pay attention to this characteristics of yours. I think this characteristics of yours is the linking to the sticky glue. It's more or less like you conscious of it and other people are conscious of it. If you're trying to, with this Two of Cups, right, and this King of Pentacles, right, even with all the cards, say with the Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups, you could be exhausted on the situation that's going on, right? But the thing is, you have so much love and passion for the situation that's going on. The parties, you're invested in it very emotionally. You're mentally invested into it, intuitively, visually, creativity. is there for you, right? So it's a little bit of a struggle to really get it together. Beyond you didn't turn it into a dream quest with the Knight of Pentacles and with the King of Pentacles and the Moon card, right? You didn't turn it into a dream cap. Dream. Ooh. A dream goal. It's your dream. You're going to work it out. You're going to be that problem solver no matter what, because it's the way something should be. It's, it's your fair right. Nobody's here to accept who you're in the parties with are the only ones that's going to keep you juggling in the right or the wrong of that more than anybody else, right? And that's just, one example. It could also deal with on a job, financial gain, it could deal with so many different situations. But what I'm trying to say, this value and this vice, because that's what it is. It's a value and a vice. And that's one thing with a Libra is standing out at, is to let you know you're right. It's a value and a vice. And it's a strong one with a strength card. Is who is part of your characteristics. Is it a balance in that? I don't know. Only you know better than yourself. But it's definitely a double-edged sword that have a vice and a virtue. It's the same thing. Now, your opponents knowing about it determines a whole lot too. It determines how you feel inside, how you deal with situations, which count. Strength card. So it's very important to understand that this vice and virtue is going to play its role out in this month. How many times, I don't know, but it's going to definitely be something in the month of April. Okay? So on the shadow side of it, you have this. Now this is very ironic, because you got the Nine of Pentacles with Temperance in reverse. I mean, your reading just get more and more interesting. You know what I'm saying? The Nine of Pentacles on the shadow side of it. I mean, how much of your business are you telling? Or how much are you thinking that you not telling, but you telling? For example, if you're the type of person that action speaks more louder than words, so you having a conversation that is different from your actions, but you're expecting your opponent not to pay attention to your actions, wow. When you radiating that energy out, see, that's like the Strength card in the Justice. You radiating that energy out, and they know that you telling them what they want them to know, because your actions. And it's like you justifying your actions to play the mind game, and you not winning per se. You winning enough because the other person don't want to take on that energy. So they rather watch the show than to stop the show. Meaning, if you're not talking but what you want to, they get to play within your energy, so they are total alignment with it. It's just what your goal is taking longer to achieve. And it keep the sedation there. It keep the suspense there. Everything that's needed to keep the situation going on is there, because y'all in total alignment. And that's just real talk with it. And that's how I feel like the Nine of Pentacles and the Temperance card is all about. You know what I'm saying? It's so hilarious. It is like it's a hilarious thing. So those situations are very hilarious. And sometimes it's even more hilarious because even though you could tell somebody that somebody already knows, they still don't believe. Or they're not going to give in, but they'll separate themselves from you for a while, but they're not going to come out and agree with you. But they're going to try to make it seem like you need to miss them. It's a cute little ironic game. But I'm just saying, just don't think that this situation is not in alignment, basically, because it is. Look in the mirror, and if your eyes is willing to see yourself, then your eyes gonna be willing to see the alignment. That's how the trick gonna work. So Virgo, I hope that helped you out for the best way it could. Until the next time, y'all stay what? Good luck to you.